It's 19 minutes past 11. This is the Friday Rock Show, coming to you tonight from BBC Radio Nottingham, previewing the action that's going to be occurring on stage at the Monsters of Rock Festival tomorrow. Still to come on the programme, in fact, sitting down at the moment and getting themselves together, Dave and Jeff from Megadeth, who made this great track. The B-side of Mary Jane, the single, Hook in Mouth, Megadeth. If you'd like to talk to Megadeth, the phone number is 0602-343434. 0602-343434. The Friday Rock Show meets the Monsters. Dave Ellefson, Jeff Young of Megadeth, welcome to our studio.
How you doing?
Okay, you're all sort of avidly reading Krang there. We've got various editions of Krang, and you're really into them.
Oh, yeah. It's one of our favorite magazines.
It's internationally a magazine that really does work, doesn't it? All the musicians I know, they always go in, oh, there's Krang, got to read it.
It's hard to get in a lot of cities over in the States. I mean, we're from Los Angeles, so it's pretty easy to get there, but in a lot of the other cities, it's pretty hard to come by.
What about Metal Hammer, another magazine?
Yeah, that's kind of the same thing, too.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
that's even harder to get.
Okay, there's a new one coming out called Raw, so look for that.
Yeah, right.
I already did an interview for that one.
You have?
Yeah.
You, at one time, I think it was the Hammersmith Odeon I saw you at, you had a bit of, you had an enormous problem before the gig about getting your gear out of customs. And it affected the performance. It really did. I thought it was a shame.
Yeah, that was a show that we did when we were on the Peace Cells tour. We did about 2 weeks of shows here in the UK and in Europe. And you're right. That's exactly what happened. We had a lot of trouble getting the gear out of customs. It was kind of, missed sound check and everything. Got on stage like about an hour before we went on stage. And, it causes everybody to stress out. The last show that we did at the Hammersmith back in May, when we were on our last UK European tour, went much smoother.
Yeah. Only my amps blew up.
Well, the speed that you play at, I mean, come on.
We go through a lot of amps these days.
I love the titles of your albums.
Thanks.
Who thinks them up?
Well, it's that magical genius Dave.
Mustaine.
Yeah. I don't know. It's, like the... Actually, when we were on the Peace Cells tour, we were in Germany, and it was pretty hard for Dave to talk to the audience. I mean, he's got some German blood in him, so he tries to cop some of the phrases and everything. But it was pretty hard for him to talk to the audience, and he just kind of stood there dumbfounded, saying, "Well, so far, so good. So what?" It kind of became the tour saying after that. And when we were in the studio, it seemed pretty appropriate at the time with with the personnel change that we did and everything that was going on while we recorded this record.
That was a difficult thing, I think, the personnel change.
Yeah,
it was a hiccup in a band's history.
I mean, we went through, if everybody knew what exactly went on behind the scenes when we had to, when we put So Far So Good together here.
They'd laugh.
It was a pretty difficult time with, with the personnel change, but actually I think we pulled it off pretty smoothly.
Mm-hmm. It seemed to work.
Yeah.
In fact, the audience seemed to like it. I mean, I've had no sort of complaints about the material, about the lineup of the band at all.
I think people like it much better right now anyway.
Mm-hmm. Why do you say they like it much better? Is that because you're happier as a unit, therefore play a little bit more?
No, because they tell us they like it much better.
It's strictly that.
Yeah. Well, in-stores, we've done lots of in-stores all, across the United States and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you really judge how well your album's doing, how well the kids like it by what they say to you when they come up to you.
Right. And you take notice of it.
Yeah.
I think we project a lot better off the stage now, too. It's like you just said, we're a lot happier, and people can see that. I mean, we're playing music, and that's the whole idea. We're there to entertain. People are supposed to have fun, so we're having a much better time now.
Music at a hell of a rate. Dave, Jeff, stay exactly where you are. It's over to Daddy Benuto and the radio car for more of the action of what's happening at the Donington site. Meeting the Monsters. If you'd like to talk to either Dave or Jeff from Megadeth, the phone number is 0602 34 34 34. 0602 34 34 34. Megadeth from the album So Far, So Good, So What? The album version of the single called Mary Jane. We have some calls from Megadeth. We have in the studio Dave Ellefson and Jeff Young from the band. This is a call from Cecil McGrine of Islington in dear old London town. Cecil, what do you got to say for yourself?
Megadeth.
Hello.
Cecil, just say that again because I didn't have the appropriate button pressed.
Oh, I just said hello to Megadeth.
How you doing?
I'm alright.
You going to the show tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Great.
We'll see you in the front row, right?
Yeah. Where did you get your name from?
Actually, we kind of got the whole meaning and everything. The Senator of California, Alan Cranston, put out a pamphlet on Megadeth, which has to do with nuclear disarmament. And after reading the pamphlet and everything, that's where we picked up the name. And we spell it how it's phonetically spelled in the dictionary without the A.
Ah.
If you look up Megadeth in the dictionary, it's a body count after a nuclear fallout, meaning 1 million deaths.
Oh, yeah.
So now you know. That's a bit grim, isn't it, Cecil?
Yeah. What music do you listen to at home?
We listen to everything. I mean, everything from, Led Zeppelin to Joe Satriani.
Good guitarist.
What do you listen to?
I listen to guitar music mostly and classical stuff.
Oh.
Even Guns N' Roses, if you can believe that.
We've got a member of Guns N' Roses in the studio as well. Is he welcome?
Hi, I don't have any headphones.
You don't have any headphones? We'll get you a set of headphones. Cecil, thank you very much for your question. Now let's turn to Lee Bennett from Glasgow. Lee?
Hi.
How you doing?
Fine, thanks.
What's your question, Lee?
How did you do Anarchy in the UK?
Because we hate the Sex Pistols. We wanted to rip them off.
See, actually, we wrote that song about 12 years ago before they covered it, so we figured we'd do the original version again.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah, it was much better.
No, we've always liked the Sex Pistols, and like all four of us had listened to them, when we were younger in our teens and stuff. And I think they had good things to say, and they were one of the leaders of the whole punk movement and everything years ago. So,
Lee, how old are you?
15?
Do you remember the Sex Pistols?
Nope.
Ask your dad.
Don't think so.
Maybe your dad was a punk and he'll remember them, huh?
Either that or he hated them.
Yeah.
Are you coming down from Glasgow to see the show tomorrow?
No, I can't.
It's a long way to travel, huh?
No.
All right, well, you take care of yourself.
Yeah, can you say hello to Debbie and Peter and David for me, please?
No, I'd just allow you to do it yourself, and indeed you've done it.
Thanks very much.
Take care.
Thanks.
Right, bye.
Bye-bye. The time now is 21 minutes to 12. You're listening to The Friday Rock Show meets the Monsters. The Monsters of Rock. Tomorrow at Castle Donington. It all starts at 1 o'clock, I think I'm right in saying, isn't it? Just about 1 o'clock it all begins. We'll be talking to Izzy of Guns N' Roses and more with Megadeth after this. Hey, ladies, Precious Metal, Pat Benatar, and also Vixen will be our guests on the program. Join us for that, 10 o'clock next Friday on Radio 1. The Friday Rock Show is a Tony Wilson production. But at this time, I must say many, many thanks to everybody here at BBC Radio Nottingham. Wonderful company, efficient people to work with. We thank you. My name is Tommy Vance. Till next Friday, God bless and good night.